It'll be a takedown. Beaver's wrestler's name is Jackson, and I don't have a last name for him. So we got 2 green. Might be the first points awarded.
I believe
I
so.
thought it was going to be 2 and 2, but it looks like just the 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall. Doing these youth matches is a challenge because, well, all my colorful expressions for what actually happens out there are probably not fit for YouTube. But it's like watching, yeah.
2 seconds up on the board here.
So it looks like 4-3. There was an escape, and that quick takedown at the end of the period. And the wrestling 1-minute periods here for youth wrestling, which is the norm. Looks like Marco Moore selects neutral. And there's a 2-point takedown for Beaver. Got a half on the far side. Marco rolled into it. Giving up some back points here, but he's going to get out of danger. Too near fall. And there's an illegal headlock. It hasn't been called. Let's see here. Let's see if, yeah, Sean Kearney, he's all over it. Illegal headlock. It's a point for Marco Moore. And trying to referee one of these matches is like herding cats. It's brutal. I did it once in an emergency situation for like half a day. And yeah.
That half
this
day
is
was
called
enough.
the referee's position, and this is why, because the referee has to put the kids in the position. It's awful. There's locked hands. It was locked hands that, I don't know if that got caught.
10 seconds in the period here.
Marco's got hand control. If he comes up, he can get out. We're going to injury time. I don't know if that's anything too severe.
And this is part of the Rec Youth program, correct?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Perfect. For those who didn't know, this is Brad Windhorst for Ellwood City Sports alongside Matt Wally as we call tonight's senior night. We will have senior night recognition here on the table. We got youth wrestling from here first, a little exhibition first, then the junior high, and then we'll have senior night recognition, and then finally we will have our big time match.
We need Marco to get into a stance there. He gives up another takedown. 9-5. Needs to get his arm in between the bodies, back to his belly, and start over there. Referee Sean Kearney counting back points. And there's a headgear grab that's probably not going to get called either. Hey, if they call everything that goes wrong in a youth match, we'll never get it over with. So a short time here, and 3 more back points. That'll probably seal the deal. And it's going to end 12-5 in front of Jackson from Beaver. I'll let that double hand raise go.
Youth program here. It is the time to take and make those adjustments. Start learning the process and the program.
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry,
works.
Brad.
No, you're good.
Go
You're
right
good.
ahead. We've got Karina Cruiser from REC, and she gets cement job to her back. There's a 2-point takedown. She's in some trouble here against a young man named Cam from Beaver. There's the fall. Well, things are moving right along. I think we have one more youth match here, kind of a showcase for these young wrestlers that put in a lot of work, so they get some time in front of a bigger crowd and stream to the world on YouTube.
They'll be looking back on this several years down the road thinking, that was me? Question mark?
Oh, yeah, because I know our streams go like to a national archive. I
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's,
and I've been checking out.
Widely viewed, not just in the tri-state area, but nationally.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody's scouting from Dagestan.
Why wouldn't?
Wait a second. Now we got. Maybe that was Jasper B. Miller that just wrestled.
I'm wondering.
I think that was Jasper B. Miller, and this is Karina Cruiser. Sorry. Long hair threw me off. This wasn't the order that they gave me, but yeah, I'm going to say that this is Karina Cruiser now. Oh, nice takedown.
Yeah.
Just staying strong in the
Start.
position. She's got a head and arm, racking up some back points. And Beaver wrestler slips out of the headlock, comes up with a reversal. So it's 5-2. We'll trade those all day. Oh, there's going to be, I don't think there was enough time. Oh, 2 near fall. Just enough time to get a 2-second count for the near fall. So it's 5-4 at the end of 1. Oh, wow. She pulled her opponent on top of herself, which is not advisable. And so there's a takedown, and we're again getting a near fall count. Referee's holding 2. Hasn't awarded the points yet. Now the 2 near fall points are awarded. And so new hold, and she didn't quite get to her back there. Top wrestler trying to pull back, but didn't get back points out of that. And REC gets a choice. Going to choose neutral. She seems to be focused on his eyes, which again, probably want to be focused more on the hips, thighs, but now she's got a chest lock. See who comes out of this position. She needs to work her hips back, try to break the lock, because he just seems to be crawling in. Now the lock's broken. She can work from here, but that's going to be a takedown for Beaver. 10-5 decision for Cam from Beaver. That last match we saw was Jackson B. Miller versus somebody named Levi from Beaver, I think. Kinda went out of order on us. Okay, so I'm not sure what they're going to do here. If we're going to roll right into the junior high matches, or I didn't notice. Did you see the junior high teams warming up?
I did not see them yet, so I know they definitely have to warm up first. But still, neat little thing here. Neat, something that we don't always see. I know first time I got to see something like that, especially with the Rec Youth program. Here on some really fancy new mats that we got to rent in.
Brand new mats.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just going to warm up now. But, yeah, these are the zip-up Resolite mats, which are pretty slick. The black background is pretty nice. Now we have to get Athletic Director Kurt Augustinelli to spring for a mat light and maybe, I think, a smoke machine. So when our guys come out, they come out from down by the trainer's room, from the locker room area, and we do it more like a college where we don't have the kids sitting on the bench there. They just come out from the locker room, smoke, spotlight, and, of course, a mat light.
I like that plug.
Get the lights out.
Perfectly placed in there. I'm all for it. And you and I were talking about it during kind of like pregame stuff here. There's a couple places out there that have that stuff, and it's so cool to see. Very intimidating for that matter. So what we'll do, folks.
Not if you're the better wrestler.
That's true. That is true. We'll take a little bit of a timeout here, let the junior high group here warm up, and we'll get ready to go here. Junior high first, then senior recognition, and then the senior varsity bout right after that. All right, folks, welcome back into the Lincoln High School Big Gym here as we get ready for the junior high matchup, and we'll let Matt kind of introduce what we've got on the mat.
Braden McClure coming out for Ellwood City. He's definitely one of our better, more accomplished junior high wrestlers. I believe he's got Atlas Cosmo from Beaver. Braden in on a leg, comes up strong, gets his 2. Like that, he takes the full hand back, brings it back to, well, he was bringing it back to a chicken wing, kind of got out in front a little too far, but now working his cradles. Got a cross-face cradle now. Should be able to finish here. Bottom knee in the ribs, get that head in the temple. There's the fall. Good finish by Braden. Knew what to do when he got his cradle.
So McClure starts us off pretty darn good. 6-0 lead, junior high Wolverines team.
So that was a 50-second fall there for Braden. I think the Beaver wrestler might come out again, and also somebody else just to get some mat time for these guys. And here we have Lyrica Lemansky coming out for Ellwood City, and I believe this is Cash Jeffers for Beaver. I think I'm getting Lyrica's name right now after the last match of the season. We'll get the pronunciation.
We were just talking about it. Ask that, it takes a couple years.
I'd like to. Oh, very nice double. She was in deep.
Yeah.
And then didn't finish. Didn't finish, but wow, that was a nice shot. Need to keep that trail leg working. And then just kind of got overpowered in there. So 2-2, takedown and back points. He was working a half with a far bar. She's in bad shape. If he was out elbow to elbow a little bit, probably could have had a turn, but Lyrica did a nice job of fighting that off. Look away, build up a base. She's getting movement on bottom. I mean, she's done some good things here in the first period. Just getting into an area where I think her opponent might be a little bit more physical. Looks like she might be giving up a little size here too. What do you think?
I think you're correct.
Going to a bear hug. But she needs to get work for a mat return here. She's going to get hit with a stall. Nope. Cuts him loose. 1 point escape. Kind of a slow-mo slide by there for 2 for Beaver. Over the top cradle. See, whereas Braden McClure went hip to hip and had the bottom knee in the ribs, which is the good finishing position for the cradle, this guy's just hanging on and not really preventing movement on bottom. She'd have kept her elbow in, she'd have been off her back. Got 30 seconds left here. We'll see if she can continue to fight this up. Nope. Yeah, Lyrica just ran into a bigger, stronger opponent, I think, there. sometimes that happens in junior high when you're trying to get matches made and you don't have kids at the same weight necessarily. You just put them out there with who you can to get a little bit of experience.
Yep. So that'll even the match, 6-all.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here. This kid from Beaver is not one of the names they gave me, so I have no idea who he is. And he's huge compared to, this is Ethan Henderson from Ellwood City. Ethan comes out off the whistle all the time, but he tends to overextend, get his head down a little in his shots and get sprawled on. So instead of taking a true drop step, he's taking a shot like he's wrestling a much bigger guy and doesn't want to get sprawled on underneath, but he's got to keep his head up and drive through it. There, that's better. His head's in the chest there. Gets headlocked. He's not necessarily taken down here. Gives up a takedown. There's a half. And wow, I think Ethan's dad is Chuck, the junior high coach, so Ethan can yell at him on the ride home, I believe, for making that match. But dads will do that to their wrestlers, you know. No excuses, just go out there and do your best. So.
Yep. It's a good conversation piece on the way home. Could be good, could be bad. But in the end, you come back and you do it all over again. So 12-6 here, Beaver taking the lead.
Okay, and this is Peyton Tanner from Ellwood City, and it looks like Cosmo, again, Atlas Cosmo from Beaver. A little more feeling out here in a collar tie position from these wrestlers.
I'm talking about size-wise, it looks like it's fairly even on this one.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good matchup, size-wise. Tanner's getting heavy on the head. That's good to see. Stepping in like he's going to try a cruncher, but he just loaded himself up on Cosmo's back. He wasn't able to take advantage. Now they're back fighting for hand control. Tanner has him, needs to take his opponent's hands away from his legs. He's in. If he would knee slide into this, I think he'd finish it. But going back up top, I don't like seeing that arm hanging up where it is. Short time here. Cosmo was going to try a cement mixer, and it's a good thing it was short time because that one wasn't going to work. He probably ended up giving up 2 in back points at best. There's a level change. That's what we need, a little bit more of that. From out at a distance, though. Cosmo in on a leg. Tanner's got a nice whizzer. He's hip in. He's working at it. Keeps the hips moving. There, now if he turns back, he can turn either way and get a takedown here. It looks, there's a leg drape, so now he's stuck around the head. That's not really what we want, but this is kind of like, comes out on top, just like puppies rolling around on the floor kind of thing. He's in good position now. I'd like to see him get perpendicular rather than parallel here. But I think he's got a lot of time here to try. There he goes. He's trying to get out and, as we say, make a T. For kids that don't understand what perpendicular is. Which, unfortunately, is most of them. He's going back to parallel. That's not what you want. Short time. Oh, and there's the fall with 1 second left in the second period. And there are no challenge bricks in junior high wrestling. We got an unsportsmanlike call against Beaver, which, again, in junior high means absolutely nothing. Okay, we got another match coming. Cohen to Joseph from Ellwood City. And let's see. This is Cash Jeffers again from Beaver, I believe. Cohen's got some colorful footwear going today.
Yes, he does.
Between the laces, the shoes, the socks.
Yeah. A little bit of everything. Making it pop off the blue. A little bit of the headdress attire here.
Spent too much time on his footwear and not enough time on the headgear. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Cohen's been around the block here. He's been wrestling for REC for several years now. He's had a little problem with illness this winter, so I don't know if he's gotten a lot of practice time recently. We'll see. Got a front headlock. Coming out being aggressive, so that's a start. All right, back to the front headlock. Snap him back down to the mat. There it is. Bring him back down. Now he can work. He's going cement job. Wants to go big. He needs to step up on the side. He doesn't have the underhook deep enough across his opponent's back, really. And it ends up being coming up to a headlock. Again, we're perpendicular, and that's why you want to, or parallel, and that's why you want to be perpendicular, because it's easy to roll through like that. So he went from an advanced position to very nearly being pinned. You see, it looks like he's in deep trouble, and he gets pinned. So if any of the REC kids are watching tonight, make a tee. You get somebody on their back, you're easy to roll if you lie along parallel with them, and that's what happened. Very basic stuff. First year things that we teach the kids. Make a tee.
So with that loss of point there by the Bobcats with the previous match there, the technical and stuff again, doesn't really matter much. It's junior high, but we keep count of it. 6 points up on the board, 17-12. Looks like the Beaver Bobcats junior high team will take that one there. All right, so we had our handshakes here. We'll be setting up here for some, I believe, senior recognition. We'll have the seniors recognized here first, and then we'll have the varsity matchup right afterwards. So stay with us, folks. We'll take a break. We'll get you ready going for the senior recognition. All right, folks, welcome back into Lincoln High School Big Gym. Tonight we're recognizing our senior night wrestling team, the senior recognitions. We've got 3 of them for the Wolverines tonight. So starting us off, we're recognizing the Beaver seniors, which is a good tradition that we always like to do. Give recognition to the opposing seniors, as the boosters for wrestling also gets them a little bit of a reward, which is a nice little tradition they've been doing for all Ellwood City sports here. Nice little gesture for the Wolverines and the Bobcats. And here we go. So here are the senior wrestlers for the Wolverines. Starting us off will be Mr. Christopher Quintanilla. Christopher is being escorted by David and Michelle Quintanilla. He's been on the wrestling team for 4 years, and he is a captain. His future plans are to attend Geneva College to major in history. His words of thanks: I would like to thank my coaches for pushing me to do my best. Thanks to my teammates for always making me laugh. Thanks to my parents for always encouraging and supporting me. His words of wisdom: thank you all for giving me memories and experiences that will last a lifetime. Good luck next season. Once again, Senior Christopher Quintanilla. Next we have Mr. Maurice Smith. Maurice is being escorted by Eric and Micaiah Weller. Maurice has been on the wrestling team for 3 years at the 133 weight class. His future plans are to attend trade school for carpentry. Words of thanks, sir. I would like to thank my teammates, families, and friends, and coaches for all their support. I could have not done it without them along the way. His words of wisdom are keep pushing hard and don't give up. I have no doubt we will rock sections next week. Once again, Maurice Smith. And finally, we have Shannon Ray Ray Sykes. Ray Ray is being escorted by Coach Fleming and Coach Kerr. He has been on the wrestling team for 2 years at the 139 weight class. His future plans are the trade school for welding. Words of thanks are, I would like to thank my coaches and boosters for all their help and always being there for me. Words of wisdom, you all are like my second family, and I'm so glad I joined this team. I'm a man of a few words, but let's win this match tonight. Once again, Shannon Ray Ray Sykes. Congratulations to all the seniors on a great season so far, and we still got a lot of things coming up individually with the team, and not only this match, but the next couple weeks. A lot of opportunities to be had. We'll leave the camera out here for just a little bit for a group photo. So we'll have Coach Fleming as well as Coach Kerr.
Maurice Smith with a fresh new cut.
Yeah, I did see that.
Looking good.
I like the hair, but I'll take this as well. Looking pretty darn sharp.
Hair is way overrated.
Oh, my. So there we go, folks. We appreciate you tuning in for the senior recognition. We're going to take another break here, and we're about ballpark 5 to 10 minutes away from the senior match. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back for the senior match, the varsity match, Ellwood City versus Beaver Bobcats. Stay with us, folks. Hi there, Ellwood City sports fans, alongside Beaver Bobcat fans. Welcome into Lincoln High School Big Gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we have tonight's matchup. It's the Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Beaver Bobcats. My name is Brad Windhorst for Ellwood City Sports, alongside Matt Wally, as we call you tonight's matchup. It's senior night, as we had our recognition, and we are about ready to have our national anthem.
And Brad, I saw you mouthing the words there. Thank you for not audibly singing along with the anthem.
That is one thing I will not do very well. I'll let the music take that one. So we'll get through the starting lineups on your screen real quick. Are the standings in section play that has been finalized? They're in the. They just had Whitfields matches this past weekend, and they're headed off to states here in this upcoming weekend. Highlands, Laurel, and Hampton were the teams that qualified from the section. A good showing for Ellwood City. Unfortunately, just missed the cut there at the team competition-wise. So as they go through the lineups here, and once again, you can check us out on our website, www.ecwolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, the whole works. All the replays, including all the matches for the past couple of years for wrestling, will be on our YouTube page, Ellwood City Wolverines. So we'll have our master ceremony, shall we say, Mr. Gary Rosansky announcing the lineups here and the rosters for both teams. We had our senior recognition. The three seniors for the Wolverines was Christopher Quintanilla, Shannon Ray Sykes, and Maurice Smith for the Wolverines. A couple highlights here for the Wolverines. And a couple matches coming up. We got Derek Allen and Gabe Lilly, individuals that have put up some really good records throughout the season. 22-5 and 22-4 respectively, and also give a little shout out to Logan Shriver, 14-6, and a lot of this stuff that we've seen here, Matt, you've talked about it to us, you've helped us out. A lot of this information could be on PA Wrestling and then Track Wrestling, I believe the page is, and you can also check us out on our website as well.
Right, Track Wrestling is the official site where the coaches have to go enter all the results and schedules and weigh-ins. So that's the important thing for track. But you need a password. It looks like Ellwood City won the flip.
Yep.
Don't know what we chose. I think it's really going to matter a whole lot in this dual match due to limited numbers on the Beaver side. I think they're pretty much going to roll out where we expect them to. So the only thing that's probably going to matter is 152. So we probably want them to show even. We probably chose odd, I would imagine. So first match being an odd number, I'm guessing that Ellwood's going to show first. Here comes Cheyenne Berglund, and she's going to take a forfeit. So that'll bring us to 114 right away, and we're going to have a pretty decent matchup. Logan Shriver, a junior from Ellwood City. He's 14-6. Wrestling a freshman from Beaver, Dylan Ferricks, at 17-5. He's had some decent results in the early going of his career. Let's see how this one shakes out. Yeah, neither one of these teams has really seen, super high level competition. I should have probably done a little bit more research and seen what these guys did at the MAC, where they probably ran into common opponents if they were not in the same bracket at the time. Well, Logan just got his hips up over the back, taken down. He's put himself in a Merkle position. Shriver's trying to whip down. Now he's reaching back around that leg, which doesn't help very much. Steps over. He's ought to get. Well, there's a reversal. He's going to get at least one. He got his two. I can work on top. I believe it looks like from here that Ferrix is inside the leg, which gives him a little better position than what Logan had when he went reach back around outside the leg. But Shriver's got that leg laced with his left leg. Ferrix's right leg with Logan's left. So that's keeping him anchored. I had a cradle locked up. I couldn't see because their bodies were in the way. I thought that Logan had a headlock and was in bad position, but he actually had the cradle. So he was safe there, and he's going to get 3 near fall out of it. Needs to not lock hands here. No. He got called for locking hands. That's a tough one. I mean, by rule, putting those hands together and touching them is locking hands, even though there's no clasp. But you almost never see if they don't overlap them in that position around 2 legs. You usually see that one, they let it go. Of course, he could have gotten out of that position and not gotten called for it. Going for a 3/4 Nelson here. Got his arm draped too far over to have it be effective. Nice. Got a little roll through tilt, CD tilt, whatever you want to call it. Head in the hole. Needs to get his opponent back in his, they call it your basket when you tilt somebody. You keep your knees in, bundled up, and keep his hips in that basket that it makes to maintain control. But he got his points. Recovered safely. He really wants to go for that 3/4. I've noticed a lot of our kids at Ellwood trying this, and if you get it, the bottom guy's dead to rights. But it's really more of an elementary level move. Got some back points out of that, and somehow didn't finish it. 2 near fall. Looks like he has a hammer lock here. He could do all kind of things with that. No, let that hand off his back. Got 10 seconds left in the period. He's got the lace. That's a nice thing I've seen out of Logan tonight. When he's on top, he's got that lace anchoring himself back there. It's an effective ride. He's not stalling. He's trying for 3/4. He's trying for a pin. At the same time, he's limiting the bottom man's motion. Well, that was not what we wanted on the whistle. He didn't seal off. He didn't explode up. So now he's going to have to improve his position here. Needs to get his head up, try to find a way to get some hip separation. Yeah, there's a stall warning, and it's deserved. Heads down. That's usually not a good sign on bottom. I know it's a new mat, but look at it later. Should get hit with another stall here anytime. I mean, you know, there it is. There's the stall. There's a point for Beaver. You see an exhibition dual match, and I say exhibition because it's not a section match. They're very hesitant to call stalling, I think, the referees. But, yeah, he definitely earned that one. And that's the end of the match. It's not going to hurt him. He had a lead, so he could stall. But you want to finish periods on top. So. But there's a 9-4 victory. Again, that's one of the matchups we were thinking could be a good one. That wasn't a whole lot of action, but you know, it wasn't a pin. You see so many of these dual matches that it's just pin,
I was going to say
forfeit.
back, forth, yep.
You know, so we see an actual decision. Now we have Derek Allen coming out for Ellwood. And we'll see. Beaver has a kid weighed in. Now they're going to forfeit. And I believe this is the one they had weighed in, so they're going to move all their guys up, I believe. So we're going to get, this looks like Anthony Cosmo from Beaver. Gavin McClure down at 127 for the first time this year. Got that football fat off of him finally. Nice. Little double. Just held a good stance and waited for an opening. Shot from the open. Gavin's strong upper body and moving down to 127. He's gonna, you know, he likes to try to go upper body in horse guys, and that can only help wrestling smaller competition now. Got a chicken wing. Tilting with it like a chicken wing. Looks like maybe a claw. Three near fall. A tilt. And now he's got a half. If he can adjust and get that sunk deep, he's got a whole minute to work with here. getting the count. Now he's got a reverse half. Cosmo looks like one of those guys with spaghetti arms that you just can't ever really get a tight hold on.
I like that reference.
There we go. There's the chicken wing, and doing it the way I show them to is just push the elbow to the mat, keep chest on chest, and Gavin knows to stay perpendicular. How about that?
Gavin will be one of the featured coming up here for individuals. Moving forward for playoffs-wise. We've seen his name a couple times last year as well.
Section champ last year.
Yeah, how about that? Good stuff.
As a freshman.
Good stuff from Gavin McClure. 21-0 Wolverines.
I believe this is going to be Ross Goucher Hacko from Beaver. Again, they're changing weights around here. I think they're moving them up. And Maurice Smith, one of our seniors. Maurice needs to clear the tie here before he starts reaching for legs. They're just blocking each other off now. Nice snap by Maurice. Goes the cow catcher. Some people call it a cement job. And he's got this sunk deep. And lots of time. Oh, let go. Now he's going to a near cradle. Oh, Maurice, come on, man.
Coach Fleming, hey, tighten it up.
Now he goes back to a half. There's a near leg, and I think no matter what he chooses, it's going to work. All right. Maurice gets a pin on senior night. Looks much better with the new haircut. So here's another senior. Shannon Ray Sykes coming out. And I believe this is Trenton Reagan for Beaver. Ray's out there in a nice low stance to start the match. Coming out of a tie, gets back to a nice solid stance, which is good. That's good to see from him. He's going to go for a throw here. He wants the throw. You know,
He got the
somehow
leg.
able to reach back, grab the leg inside. Gonna maybe lock up a cradle. If he can get it locked, he doesn't have it locked yet. He's gonna get a takedown out of this. So now if he walks the foot to the head, he could actually put both legs. Oh, he's on the low leg. He's behind the low leg with his. Got like a low leg Turk and trying to cradle it. There's the takedown. The cradle locked and the opposing wrestler on his hip. Set to his hip. Now he's going for the fall. Walk over his face. Lost the cradle. If he could scoop under the near arm. Okay, he's going to get two near fall points out of it. See, these guys all want to try this three-quarter. He's doing it all wrong. As of now, he's still got the control. There's no escape awarded. There's a reversal. And we're inside of 10 seconds in the first period here. So Still, we've got a wrestler on bottom with his head down. That's not a recipe for success. Ellwood's choice, they're going to defer. Beaver's taken down. That always kind of felt good when I had an opponent that didn't know how to put his headgear on.
Good idea that something was going to be positive on the night.
Oh, nice mat return. I'm not going to go all Shane Sparks, but locked hands. Oh, come on. So we're at 4-3 now with the technical violation for locking hands. I mean, Ray had a nice mat return. He lift and return, but you get reaction time to release the hands after you've returned the bottom wrestler to the mat. And you got to release it. He didn't, so that's a point. Goes to a tight waist ankle, try to get a breakdown. He doesn't have a leg laced, so he just gave up a reversal. He's trying for that 3/4 like it's some kind of silver bullet, and I think he's run out of gas here, really. Cradled up and pinned. I think that was a matter of running out of gas. It happened real early. So even though we got a late start, we're flying right through this duel. Kind of what you have to expect. Okay, 145. And Mason Borsotti's going to go out and take a forfeit for Ellwood City. Bumping up Gabe Lilly to face Nick Thompson. This is another one of the good matchups on the night we've been looking forward to. Gabe, as you said, is 22-4 on the season. He was second at Buckeye Local last week. He's a junior, wrestling Nick Thompson, a senior from Beaver, with a record of 15-8. Oh no, they're forfeiting? Huh. Well, I'm not going to question what Beaver wants to do with their wrestlers, but maybe later when I get home and I'm having a beer, I might question it. So they're bumping up to get a shot at Colton Gulo from Ellwood City. This is Thompson against Gulo. Colton's a freshman, so they apparently wanted the advantageous matchup rather than the tough matchup. Get these guys steeled for section competition. And there's a 2-point takedown for Thompson. Working for a CD roll. Again, that probably didn't get it because his bottom knee was not pointing up toward the ceiling to make that basket that we talked about earlier. But near cradle, he shouldn't be reaching for that leg. That's not helping him any. And he's pretty much stuck here, I think. Okay, so what I'll say here is they're moving up Zach McDermott to 172, I believe. All right, so here's why Beaver bumped up. They wanted to give senior Chris Quintanilla a match on his senior night.
There we go. I like to hear it that way.
All their guys are getting matches. They didn't really
Guarantee Chris is saying the same thing. Bring it on.
Advantageous match. I wanted to see Lilly and Thompson wrestle, but Chris is getting a match where he otherwise might not have, and this is actually a pretty good matchup for Chris here. So. That's why I should have kept my mouth shut and not question what another coach is doing with his team. It's his business, not mine. And there's a quick fall. 27 seconds on senior night, and you can hear the Quintanilla family over there to our left. They're excited. So now we're at 189, another match we thought could be a decent matchup. Here we've got Aaron Miller from Beaver, 22-7, senior, against Evan Twiddell, junior from Ellwood City. He's 7-5, but you know, you've seen Evan. He's aggressive. Tries to end things early. Goes upper body a lot, and he's flailing around now a little bit. Miller, he's got a good record, 22-7, but I looked at the information out there. Hasn't seen a lot of top quality competition. He's in good shape now. He's got a Saturday night ride. And this is a tough one for Evan Twiddell, on his back, getting his feet spread apart. Now he's going to sit up and only to get mugged back down to the mat. He's getting off his back, so
okay.
Good effort to get off. So Evan took a second to regroup down on bottom. If you can actually regroup with yourself. I don't know if that's... We need Thad here. Thad was supposed to be here. He's milking cows. He's got to help me with the nuances of the language. Miller's got a half, and Evan looked into it. Tried to roll all the way through, but didn't get it done. Gives up the back points. There are the three near fall points. Short time in the first. It's 8-0. Got a late escape, scoring at the end of the period.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, very easily could have just let the clock expire, so. Good work to get a point there. Evans choosing top. I think we have a referee's timeout. I think he signaled for blood time. Well,
I wonder if the official got a little scrape there up near the eyeball nose area.
I'm not going to speculate. Just
it gives some time for Twiddell, and he's being looked at in his back, so I wonder if there's something on the back as well. But
usually it's blood.
Yep. There was a basketball game, college basketball game this weekend, and they had this like spritzy stuff, and they were just quickly, and it was all gone. Everybody, the whole Twitter realm went wild. What product took out blood? that quick. We'll give credit to Kurt Augustinelli and our athletic trainer Miller. Ready to go. All right, back to the action here.
Okay, Evan gets cautioned right away for not having the palm behind the elbow. And he's going to try to go big with a cement jaw, but he's got to bring him down to the mat first. Oh, lets it up and takes a shot, but overextended, head down. And yeah, that doesn't feel good on your shoulders.
No.
That's for sure.
So I think we went through a couple of these bouts pretty darn fast just for this. They recognized something big was brewing here. Minute 45 in the second set here. Second period, 8-1. Favor the Bobcats. Gives us a little time here to let you guys know our next broadcast Friday and Saturday. Boys basketball Friday and Saturday. I think we're ready to go here.
So Evan has defaulted, injury default there. And I don't believe either team weighed in at 215. So that's a no match at 215. We're moving to 285. And Coach Fleming has a couple of them to choose from. Either Big Nick Coonfair or bigger Terrence Banks. It's going to be Colton Robinson from Beaver. Colton Robinson, I believe, is a sophomore at 13-5. But out of those 13, he's got a few forfeits in there, so taking his wins. Looks like we're going to get Terrence Banks. Terrence Banks, freshman, 285. Let's see what he weighed in at. 283. But Robinson weighed in at 286. So there's a 2-pound allowance if you're wondering how come he's over 285 and still out here. These are the big boys. Oh, Terrence Banks with a bear hug for a takedown. Nice. He's got that arm draped. We've been talking about this a lot this season, right? Arms behind arms, hips behind hips. He's draping arms. And that's in Ellwood City terminology, the beef stew, wing roll for a pin. That's a heavyweight move all the way. The old wing roll. And that'll do it.
Let's see if we officially line up here. Well, it looks like we may have a little conversation here about maybe exhibition, potentially.
I don't know who they would have for exhibition because Beaver weighed in 8 kids and they all wrestled. So
right.
I don't know if somebody would want to go again. this point, I think the teams are looking like they're ready to hit the showers, get on the bus. Senior night, I think they have some pizza and cake over there for the seniors.
Yep.
They're probably like,
little
come
food.
On,
Looks like we may have
come
one
on,
more
coach.
here.
Okay, well, we're going to get Mason Barsati, it looks like, to get an exhibition match. He took a forfeit earlier, so let's get him a little mat time. That's good. I see his grandfather Doc was here earlier. He might have cut out of here to go watch a basketball game. And if he did, he better be watching this on his phone.
Well, the nice thing is he can always catch it.
Not only is wrestling more important than basketball any day, but this is your grandson, Doc. Mason's taking some ground, coming forward. Don't want to come too straight forward. Circle in, change the angles. Oh, he goes to a headlock. There's a takedown. Kind of fell into a headlock. And if he sinks his hips, sink your hips there, Mason. Don't get too far over the top. You have all kind of time. Minute and 12 seconds. He could just push that arm across his face. Push right behind the elbow. He's got a lot of time to hang out here. He's got the arm encircled, lifting the head, but to drop his hips a little bit. He's a little too high. Could potentially get rolled. To see him sag a little. You know, if I were talking to him in the practice room, I'd say maybe you want to cover his airways so he doesn't want to fight anymore. But no, I don't officially recommend that.
Right.
Only if you want to win. He's down to 15 seconds here. I mean, I can't believe the bottom wrestlers hung on this long. With 9 seconds left in the first, Mason Barsati gets the pin. I don't see Doc jumping up and down, so the Candyman must have gone up to the small gym to watch basketball, and I hope he's enjoying the dribbling up there. Oh, now we're going to see
I think we're gonna
these two come out and wrestle an exhibition. So they are going to get the competition out of this. Of course, I was half joking about giving Chris a match because their 160 could have bumped to 172 regardless if these guys had wrestled in regulation. But Thompson gets in right away. And Gabe goes back ankle. Comes up, he's in real good position. As soon as he clears this leg, he should get a takedown. There's two. Thompson dives back down for an ankle, but he's never gotten an escape yet, so he's just trying this funky position, but I don't think it's going to do him much good here. They'd probably just take him off the mat. Yep. So again, we were a little quick with that announcement when these guys came out. This is Nick Thompson and Gabe Lilly. Gabe Lilly from Ellwood City, Nick Thompson from Beaver. Probably two of the better guys on their respective teams. So this is a match we wanted to see in regulation, and now we get to see it. So no harm in the way that regulation match shook out. Gabe's got a cradle locked up, comes over the top. That was pretty sweet. He's really stretching for the luck, but he's got him. Now he's buried. Nice job. Nice work by Gabe Lilly. You know, wrestled through positions better there, and that's the summer wrestling. That's the club wrestling. He was comfortable in the positions they got into. They got into some scramble type positions, and Gabe won them all. So that's what the extra work does for you.
So good stuff there from Gabe Lilly, and I think that'll officially close the book on the regular season here for the Wolverines. A victorious, dominating 45-24 win over the Bobcats. And hey, they finished the season.
6-6.
Yeah, exactly. They finished the season 6-6, 2-4 in section play. And listen, I mean that's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. So
well,
that'll close the books.
Not good enough for next year.
No.
We have to do better than that,
Well, now you set the bar. Now you do better next year. So we appreciate the folks tuning in tonight, and that was senior night, and we appreciate that. And we know in the next couple of weeks they're going to be into individual wrestling and stuff like that, so we'll have that on our website. We'll have as much information as we can throw out there in the next couple of weeks. On behalf of Ellwood City Sports, alongside Matt Wally, my name is Brad Windhorst. We do appreciate you tuning in. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, Riverside Rivel Cup, back here against the Riverside Panthers boys basketball, and then Saturday 2:30 in the afternoon at Shenango.
Hopefully Thad won't be milking things.
I don't think he will. Friday night, we'll see. But definitely Saturday, a matinee game to finish off the season, and then we've got playoffs for basketball, boys, girls, and then obviously wrestling in the playoff realm of things. Well, once again, final score here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. Wolverines 45, Bobcats 24. Good night, folks.